The new IISS Strategic Dossier is a facts-based analysis on the progress that has been made, but also the shortfalls that still persist when it comes to European defense capability development. We're looking at a number of key critical areas. For instance, we look at some of the key progress that has been made regarding closing some of the hardware gaps that exist in Europe. We look at the software gaps that need to be closed. We identify what changes have been made and where problems still persist. We're also looking at some of the challenges regarding European defense procurement, regarding efforts to make European defense industry more agile, more innovative, faster. And finally, we look at European defense spending. We ask the question, how likely is it that European governments will be able to fund and meet the 5% defense commitment that all allies have been making at the NATO summit in The Hague. The picture that emerges from the dossier is mixed. So on the positive side, we have seen a lot of progress. European governments are investing more in defense. There are a lot of promising initiatives underway to systematically close some of those hardware and software gaps. But on the sort of more problematic side, it is still too early to tell whether that political momentum can be maintained, particularly because it requires and will require quite some hard political choices that governments across Europe will have to make. We conclude that what is required is a roadmap for European defense based on 5 key pillars. The first one is at least a decade of systematically increasing defense spending, which will require those hard choices. More changes when it comes to the defense ecosystem in Europe. Thirdly, it requires to gradually but systematically close those gaps when it comes to hardware and software. The fourth pillar will be to reduce over-dependency on the United States and other non-European suppliers while still making strategic choices where it makes sense to buy from abroad. And finally, the new US force posture will be released soon, and depending on the outcome of that, European countries will need to potentially even further increase their military capabilities to meet potential US troop reductions in Europe.